If you believe that human behavior is determined by physics, then no matter what you believe about the philosophy of mind, what mental things there are and what physical things there are is a priori epistemically probabilistically independent. If we just had our a priori knowledge to go off of, knowing about the physical world would tell us nothing about the mental world and vice versa. You can be an identity theorist, a functionalist, a substance dualist, or anything else, and as long as the laws of physics are never violated by mental stuff, the mental and the physical have this probabilistic independence. To demonstrate this, I need to make an argument that doesn't rely on a particular theory in the philosophy of mind. To do this, I'm just going to say that C fibers and pain are connected. I won't assume anything about what this connection is. You just fill in the blanks with whatever theory you want. For example, if you're an identity theorist, then when I say C fibers are connected to pain, just replace the word connected with identical. Now, I would like to argue that basically all of these views are in the same boat as Steve. Steve thinks that when someone stubs their toe, the response of saying, "Ow, my toe," and grabbing their foot is completely determined by physical processes in their brain, completely obeying the laws of physics. But he wants to answer the question, why is it we feel the quale of pain whenever C fibers fire? So he claims that C fibers produce the quale of pain. However, you can imagine a hypothetical world where we just swap that with C fibers producing the quale of pleasure. Both of these options are equally likely a priori, because if you just analyze C fibers a priori, you wouldn't be led to think that it produces any particular quale. And there's no difference with the physical world no matter what quale is produced. So, a priori, he can't predict one quale rather than another being the product of C fibers firing. Now, to generalize. We're assuming human behavior is determined by physics, but we want to answer the question, why is it we feel the quale of pain whenever C fibers fire? So it is claimed that C fibers firing is connected with the quale of pain. However, it's possible to imagine a hypothetical world where we just swap that with C fibers being connected with the quale of pleasure. Both of these options are equally likely a priori, because if you just analyze C fibers a priori, you wouldn't be led to think that it was connected to any particular quale. And there's no difference with the physical world no matter what quale is connected. So, a priori, it's impossible to predict one quale rather than another being connected to C fibers firing. So, a priori, C fibers being connected to pain or pleasure have the same epistemic probability. So if you think that your physical body is governed by the laws of physics, you're in the same boat as the epiphenomenalist when it comes to a priori predictions. Because it's impossible to know the psychophysical laws a priori, telling you that C fibers existed would not indicate that pain existed, and telling you that pain existed would not indicate that C fibers existed. So, once again, a priori, what mental things there are is epistemically probabilistically independent from what physical things there are.